Hey guys, welcome back to the DeeTimeLove show. Today you join me for part 3 of the current state of my dress stroke everyday watches. I'm not going to go through a list of the watches that have come and gone in the last 12 months. I just want to focus on the watches that are currently in my collection, and I'll do an overview of the watches that have gone in part 4 when I do my digital watches, so you can see what has come and gone in the last 12 months, just an overview of everything. But today I want to start off by discussing the dress watches and everyday watches that I wear pretty much to work in a suit or just smart casual wear. And look, I'll be honest with you, I do wear my dive watches. You can see them in the background there, over there in my watch box. I do wear my Omega Seamaster, for example, as a dress watch as well, with my suit, or even my Tudor Black Bay. It's a little bit thick. The only one I probably don't wear so much is my Tudor Monte Carlo with a suit. It's more very much a sports watch, I have to say. But let's have a look at the first watch in my sort of everyday rotation of dress stroke, everyday casual watches. And the first one is my, let's get that into focus, is the Seiko Alpinist. And this watch, despite its green dial, is extremely, I have to say, versatile. It's a real strap monster to my surprise. And today, you can see I've got it on a frog strap, and it's by a company called, it's got it there, Gergotta. They make very cool watches as well, I have to say, and their actual straps are very unique. I mean, look at this frog strap, very cool. Really gives this watch in particular a different look, but because it's the way it looks, you know, this is an exploration watch, okay? This is a watch which is really quite dressy because of its appearance, because of its aesthetics. It's got 20mm lugs as well. It's very thin. You know, this is pretty much a Seiko Saab converted into an exploration watch with a compass feature as such, 200 meters water resistant date function. That green gold combination just makes it very dressy, and it's got a bit of a oyster type case to it as well. But that dial is very much, you can put this on an alligator strap, on a NATO. It just really is an extremely versatile watch, guys. Very cool indeed. Now, the next one up is the Bulova Skeleton, and doesn't really get that much wrist time. It's a nice watch. It's a very nice watch. It's probably more of an evening watch, and I am a big fan. I love the gunmetal rose gold finish. Very cool watch. It doesn't really get much wrist time. Maybe I might wear it later on today. It's a very nice looking watch. I'm not a massive fan of skeleton watches. This was very much an impulse buy, I will admit that. It's just that I just like the look of it and I bought the watch, and I'm a massive fan of Bulova watches. I think what they're doing is absolutely great with all that innovation at the moment, but just a stunning timepiece that really, you can see from its condition, it's in great condition. It just doesn't get any wrist time, but I'm not planning on selling it either, to be fair. Very nice watch indeed. Now, next up is the Graf Zeppelin Moon Phase. Very cool watch, a go grab watch in my collection. I do wear this watch a lot to work, and it gets a hell of a lot of compliments. I've got it on this crocodile leather strap. Very cool. It's just really suits this watch very well. Look at that blue dial. It's a lovely, lovely dress watch. It's very thin indeed, with that domed acrylic crystal. Gives it that vintage vibe, but it's very well made, very well constructed. It's got a Ronda Swiss movement inside. It's made in Germany, and it really does punch above its weight in terms of the value of what people think this watch is. It's a beautifully constructed watch by Graf Zeppelin. Very cool watch, guys. If you're in the market for a moon phase watch, and I'll probably say this is probably the best moon phase watch under $500 in the UK. I think they're special. They really are. They've got that vintage vibe to them. Look at that. Look at the dial. Absolutely stunning, guys. Very cool indeed. And that's my Graf Zeppelin Go Grab dress watch that I tend to wear quite a bit. You know, I've scratched the glass up a little bit. I don't know if you can see it there. With a bit of poly watch, that will rub out very easily indeed. But I'm really enjoying the Zeppelin Moonface. It's absolutely a stunner. Absolutely beautiful. Now, next up is the Rolex Datejust 16014 with the white gold fluted bezel. One of my sort of everyday business watches that I wear to work. So very cool watch on the Jubilee bracelet. In fact, I haven't worn it for a while, and I'll tell you the reasons why at the end of the video, because I've got another newcomer to the collection, and it's so strong and robust. It's sort of taken away some wrist time from my Rolex Datejust 16014, but I love it. I call it the ghost dial because it's such a cool looking, you know, look at the way this dial plays with the light. And 1 minute it's sort of got like a dark carbonate silver, then it's a grey, and then it's a sort of champagne silver colour, and it's sort of the way it distorts the dial, the crystal is so cool indeed. I love this watch. It's my birth year, and what can I say, I really do have a special affiliation with the Rolex Datejust. It's just a stunning timepiece and a must in every collection. I do wear it to important meetings as such. I do wear my actual Speedy, the two-tone. It's quite a dressy timepiece, but I included that in my chronograph collection. Check out part 1 and part 2 if you want to check out my dive watches and my chronograph watches as well. But next up we have a watch that I haven't really featured much on the channel, and I don't know why really. I think what it is, I had it safely tucked away in my deposit box, and I just never got around to doing anything with it. But I have been wearing it recently because this time of year I have a lot of client visits. It's end of year meetings. This is the Frederique Constant Carré. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but this is a dual time. I've got it set up to go at UK time on the top dial and US time at the bottom. But what a beautiful watch by Frederique Constant Carré. It's just, look at the way it's curved lugs as well. Absolutely stunning watch. This is the only watch that I'm actually going to display throughout the series that I haven't reviewed, and I believe it's really due a review, this watch. I may have featured it a couple of times. I can't really remember, to be fair. I've made nearly over 100 videos now, to be fair, so it's quite hard to remember everything. I'll check in the archives, but very cool, dual time, very classical looking, this watch. And I'll tell you what, it is a very good business executive watch to wear, you know, under the cuff with a suit. It's very smart indeed. Look at that textured dial. See if you can zoom in a bit more for you guys to check that out. But dual time, so you can, you know, it is useful for me because I have a lot of clients in the US as well, and I use the UK and US time for a reference point. But very nice indeed, and it will be getting a lot more wrist time in the next up and coming months with client visits as such. Now, lastly, a very special watch, I have to say, is the Citizen Grand Classic, part of their signature range. And this is one of the watches that has really taken over my everyday sort of wear of my Rolex, my Zeppelin Moonface as such. I wear it every day because it's got a very clinical, refreshing look to the dial. It suits my when I'm suited and booted, it suits my shirt. I tend to wear more often, you know, a light colour shirt as well. It goes with the clothing, and it's just a lovely fit as well. It's beautifully constructed, and everybody that sees this watch in the flesh is absolutely surprised that this is a Citizen watch, because the perception of Citizen watches in the UK is that you're just your typical, you know, everyday casual, you know, eco drive watch. They weren't aware that Citizen produce things of this caliber, to be fair, and it really is a stunning timepiece, and I've enjoyed this recently. It is very much more of a newcomer to the collection, and it's been getting probably the most wrist time, believe it or not, of all my dressy types or everyday type watches most recently. I just love this watch. I love the way the hands look, at the way they look black. Now if you tilt it to the light, look at that, it's got like a fluorescent turquoise color running through them with that checkered textured dial. Very well executed by Citizen, very impressive indeed. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this little short video of part 3 of the current state of my collection. Keep watching guys. I will be doing part 4 of my digital watches, and I'll do a recap on everything guys. And yeah, don't forget to press that like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of my content. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.